we got a song, Some Scottish Ways. And it's episode 49. 49 for Christ's sakes. We're almost there. One more and we're at 50. 50 videos. Man, that's a lot. Anyway, here we go. This one's a little bit crusty. And we got some guests. Well, one anyway. We got a guest. His name is Gord Taylor, former member of the Real Mackenzies. He's playing some bagpipes, and it's gonna be screeching. Oh, screeching goodness. You'll love it. I know you will. Beer roll, whatever you want to do.
I put on the spot here. All right, so a joke. So there was this show where a little leprechaun playing piano, a little 12-inch piano. Oh, that's an old crusty joke.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Get Scott sausage milk. There's hairy junk under there. Now that you've seen the video, we're going to have my guest. He's going to do a little interview. And now you're going to understand why it might be a little crusty. Oh, it's bad. There could be some bad language in there and some very, what would you call it? Oh, visual kind of sacrifices? I don't know what you want to call it. But anyway, we're going to have an interview right away. So let's get right at it so you can hear this. Not just me babbling. We're going to listen to somebody else babble now. Ciao for now.
The lighter story.
Yeah.
That was the lighter story. There's a number of strange things Europeans do to tell you that they love you. One is the Croatians will throw rocks at your tour van as you leave, and they'll be saying, "We love you," and huck a rock at your van. Another one in Serbia where the fans in the front of the stage, they would spit on you to show their appreciation. And we did find out that's really what it meant. They were spitting on us because they loved us.
Right.
Finally, along that same Balkan tour, wherever it was, there, or it might have been in Mallorca now that I think, but whatever. 4 or 5 people, all with Bic lighters, all under the kilt, and they knew what they were doing. It was like they were trying to get a bowl of drugs really hot or something, because they were really all trying to contribute to giving me the most discomfort as I could. I got blisters on my satchel from that experience. It was terrible. That's lighters under the kilt, electric shocks under the kilt. We used to play little stubby microphones, and I was clumsy on stage. I'd step over them and step back, and as I'd come on, my kilt, it would go under my kilt, but I'd still, there'd be fabric there, and I'd still know where the mic was. But then the stage isn't grounded, or whatever electrical magic was not completed, and all of the amperage of a 9,000 person festival is delivered right to your ball bag, and that is just as shocking as the lighters.
There you go.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and you were talking about sweaty balls there.
Sweaty balls. Talking about Tiger Balm on the balls. We were talking about sweaty ball, which the sweaty balls makes the electric shock even worse, because we all know water is a fantastic conductor of electrons.
With the added swass.
With the added swass and the added stank from coming down the back.
Alrighty, and any malfunctions on stage?
Malfunctions on stage. We're doing nothing but talking about bags here, but talking about pipe bags. I've blown a bag on stage.
Right.
It's not as hot as it sounds. It's more like when the pressure in your pipe bag just gives out. In fact, we used to have these old pipe bags that had a clamp on them. They were synthetic, and the clamp would seal up on one end, and you were able to get into it. Anyway, the clamp was done up with thumb screws, and there was a bracket and whatever in there. And when it gave out, it was, you'd be playing along, full pressure, having a great time, and that would be it.
Would you carry spares?
You just have to get the clamp back on again. We would call it clampus interruptus.
Right.
And
so a bag's never blown like a hole in it?
Bag has blown a hole in it. Bag has gotten little razor blade cuts in it.
Right.
Bag has succumbed to certain substances eating away at them over time as those substances exist in your pipe case, and it's a terrible thing to happen, and there's really nothing more, nothing that can disenchant or crestfall a guy further than coming up on stage with all of the pomp and energy of the guy who's gonna take control of the show for 30 seconds for this solo, and there's just nothing there.
Any Scottish jokes for an ending?
Have you heard of the Scottish Rolling Stones song?
I haven't.
It's called "Hey MacLeod, Get Off of My U."
Any other finals?
That's it. Had a good time. Let's go.
Alrighty. Ooh, the next interview. Oh, it's a little short one. That's, how can I say this? It's a little bit squishy. Oh, and it's scary. So, it was while we were setting up for the first one. A little outtake for you. Ooh. Enjoy.
So I was dating this tattoo artist a long time ago. Really nice girl. She still is a nice girl. No names mentioned. But we used to play the fart game. And, one of us, or I guess usually me, would reach around back and grab a fart, right? And sometimes just throw it in a person's face, other time in the other person's face. Sometimes as they're coming around the corner, sort of, cup one on them. So we're lying in bed one night, and I let this real heater go. I knew it was going to be very potent. I was really excited how this was going to turn out. So I reach behind and I get the second helping, and I reach over my face or over myself and put one right in her face, and the sound she made was like a dying animal. I've never heard anything like it, and what I ended up realizing was my hand was really wet after I had done this, and it was dark, I couldn't tell, but I smelled my hand, and sure enough, I knew the problem. She was in the bathroom throwing up, and I was there, absolutely mortified, somewhat chuckling, but I'll never forget what she said when she came back. She said, it made it all worthwhile to see how fucking ashamed you were of yourself when that happened. And so I guess
the moral is. I think it's never trust a...
As you grow older, never trust a fart. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good.